Morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. It's the 16th day of January, the first month in the brand new sparkling year we're calling 2021. Yeah, I decided to have a cup of coffee this morning, and it's turned out to be a rather expensive and time-consuming cup of coffee because since I hadn't used the maker in a while, I guess all this tea stuff, decided that I better run some water through the maker and clean it out a little bit before I brewed some coffee. So I filled the hopper up with water and pressed the little start button and came out here, sat on the couch to watch some cartoons on me TV. After X amount of time had gone by, I figured it had been enough time for the water to run its cycle, and I hadn't heard the beeping button yet. I went back out to the kitchen, only to find out that I hadn't pressed the carafe, shoved the carafe back into the brewing spot underneath the drip enough, sufficiently to catch all the water. I caught enough of it. A lot of it ended up, some of it ended up into the carafe, but a lot of it ended up on the floor, on the table, underneath the table, on the floor, on the table, everywhere except for in the carafe. So if I get messages from the tea, I think my coffee kind of sent me a up yours message today. I don't know. So good cup of coffee. On the plus side, there is a nice clean spot underneath my table this morning after I cleaned it up, because I had to clean it up and I missed most of the cartoons this morning. So there's the price of a cup of coffee at the Lewis residence today. No plan for today's video. Just kind of want to get it over with so I can watch Maverick since I missed the cartoons. Want to say thank you for my benefactor yesterday bringing me a burger. Honest to whatever you need to be honest to, my friends. I was just joking. I was just trying to point out how people can behave and react to Facebook posts. And the one thing I forgot to mention is one of the reactions is the person who takes a joke and says, I'm going to fix it. And that's what happened yesterday. Somebody fixed it and brought me a burger, and that was very kind, and I'm deeply appreciative. Be the kind of person that brings a burger to somebody. I think that's a great way to be. Be that kind of person. Let's see what the Buddha book says today. Rifle through there and stop. Forgive and be free. Forget that you have forgiven and be freer. There's some words to live by. Forgive and be free. Forget that you have forgiven and be freer. There's something to go by today. And then let's do this book today. Thing about this book is I must have had it longer than I thought, because I came across one of my old business cards. That's really old. That's like 22 years old, but that's what was in this book. Let's see, it's the 16th. This is what I'm thinking of. Change happens not by trying to make yourself change, but by being conscious of what's not working. You can then ask your higher self for help in releasing the old and bringing in the new pattern. Remember, the darkest hour is just before the dawn. Change often occurs when you've given up or when you least expect it. And the little thing at the bottom says, I am open and willing to change. I've been thinking about a lot of things in my life that I want to change, and I think that once we work past this coronavirus crap and that I'm vaccinated, that there will be some changes coming. There are some changes on the table, and I'm looking forward to exploring those changes. One of those changes is that I'm thinking about taking these tea time of the socially distant soul videos and maybe turning it into a podcast. I've received some encouragement for that, and I'm exploring options of how to make that happen, since I don't have the technology to do it here really, but maybe in the future there'll be a tea time for the socially distant soul podcast. So dread that while you're sitting there on your Saturday, eh? Be kind to one another. Bring people burgers and stuff like that. Peace, love, understanding, make the world a better place for everybody. Okay? One love. Happy Saturday.